The Moore family and the quiet town. Villisca in 1912 was a prosperous but unremarkable town of about 2,000 people in southwestern Iowa. The railroad brought steady business. Families knew one another. Doors were often left unlocked. Josiah B. Moore, 43, was a successful businesswoman who owned a John Deere dealership and was well respected in the community. His wife, Sarah Moore, 39, was active in the local Presbyterian church. They had 4 children: Herman, 11 years, Mary Katherine, often called Katherine, 10 years, Arthur Boyd, 7 years, and Paul Vernon, 5 years. On Sunday, June 9, the Moore family attended the Children's Day program at church. Sarah had helped organize the event. 2 young sisters from a neighboring family, Ina, 8 years, and Lena, 12 years, were invited to spend the night after the program. The girls walked home with the Moores around 9:45 to 10 p.m. It was a warm, clear night. Neighbors later recalled seeing the family enter the house and the lights go out shortly afterwards. No one could have imagined it would be the last time they were seen alive. The killer almost certainly entered through the back door or an unlocked window while the family slept. He carried an axe belonging to Josiah Moore, which he found in the woodshed on basement. The attack was methodical and terrifying. Control. The slaughter begins. The killer went first to the downstairs guest room where Ina and Lena slept. He struck Ina multiple times with the blunt side of the axe, killing her instantly. Lena may have awakened briefly. She reportedly raised her arm in defense. Her hand was nearly severed. The killer finished her with several more blows. Blood soaked the bed and pooled on the floor. He then moved upstairs. Josiah and Sarah Moore were killed in their bed in the master bedroom. Josiah received the most savage blows, up to 20 or more. Sarah was also struck repeatedly. The killer then went to the children's room. Herman, Katherine, Boyd, and Paul were all murdered in their beds. The children were struck with such force that some skulls were crushed. The killer used the blunt end of the axe on most victims, perhaps to muffle the sound. Every victim except Lena was found lying on their back with their arms at their sides or crossed over their chests, suggesting they never woke up or had time to fight. The killer took time to cover each face with a piece of clothing or bedding, a ritualistic touch that still chills investigators. He pulled all the window shades down and covered the mirrors with clothing, possibly a superstitious or symbolic act. After the killings, the murderer went downstairs, washed blood from his hands in a basin, and ate some cookies or other food left in the kitchen. He left the axe propped against a wall or in the chimney. Then he simply walked away. No one heard screams, no dogs barked. The town slept through the massacre, discovery, and immediate horror. The next morning, neighbor Mary noticed something wrong. The Moore house was unusually quiet. The shades were drawn at a time that Sarah Moore was usually up and working. Mary called out but received no answer. She tried the door. It was locked. Around 8 a.m., she asked Josiah's brother, Rose Moore, to check on the family. Rose entered through the back door and made the gruesome discovery. He found the sisters first. Shaken, he ran next door and told Mary, there is something terrible happened here. The police were called. What follows was one of the most terrifying crime scenes in American history. Follow for part 2.